Welcome to Technically ITF. Which technique is the fastest technique? Or should I say the fastest motion? You would think it's the fast motion, right? Wrong. It is not. When we talk about motions, in this case fast motion, not necessarily we're talking about doing a technique faster than the rest. It's just that it takes less time to perform. In reality, all techniques are done with the same speed, except slow motion or natural motion, of course. But all the other techniques, continuous, fast, regular motion, connecting motion, they all have the same speed, because when you're going to do the block, the kick, the punch, you need to add speed to add power in those techniques. Now, the fastest technique or the fastest combination technique will be the connecting motion. Because the connecting motion is the only motion that takes two techniques and you have to perform them in less time than any other motion. Let me give you an example. When you do two separate techniques, you're gonna do low block, and then you're gonna do punch. You separate one technique from the other. Now, if you're gonna do that in continuous motion, it will be more or less the same, but non-stopping, but you don't speed up. So it will be the same, but non-stopping. Your body is non-stopping. So the difference is and non-stopping. But you don't speed up the pace. Now, when you're going to do fast motion, you're not going to speed up the technique, but it's going to take less time to perform those two techniques. In this case, see, it takes less time to do those two techniques than this. But both techniques, low block and the punch, has the same speed when you perform them. Now, in connecting, this is not a good example, a good technique for a good example for connecting. But for connecting, let's say I'm going to do two punches in connecting motion. Two punches in connecting motion. And I'm going to do this. So if I do these two punches in fast motion would be, as you can see, after I do the first punch, I have a gap. When I go up, I don't do anything and go down. But when I do it connecting motion, when I do the first one, when I do the first one, I'm up. So from here, from this punch, I have to go down and throw the second punch. So I don't have any gap between one punch and the other. It's one and two. As in fast motion would be one, gap, two. See? Punch, nothing happens, and punch. Connecting would be punch, punch. There's no pause between one punch and the other. Same as Juco, we all used to Jugo. So I grab and punch, I grab and punch, I grab and punch. There's no space between one technique and the other, making it faster. And what I mean by faster is there's no gap between one technique and the other, making it faster. So it takes less time. So the fastest technique we have in Taekwondo, traditional Taekwondo, is connecting motion from one technique to the other. Get back, 1, 2, I'm up and down. No gap between one technique and the other. But fast motion, we might think is the fastest technique because the name says fast, but there's a gap between one technique and the other. There's a gap between this punch and this punch. As if it's in connecting, there's no gap. Making it the connecting motion, the fastest motion to perform two techniques in this case. Thank you.